T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're looking at GIJoe Classified Series Tomax Paoli and Xamot Paoli. Xamot is the one with the scar on the face on this left cheek. As you can see right there in this image. But let's see if we put this one's first, this one's second. It comes out to be backward if you do it that way, this image. Unless you think they should be like that. But if we reverse it, I guess if we put it this way, where the numbers are in sequential order, when you flip it around, we have them like this. Like two sides of the same coin, I guess. Same image as usual, and they both have the same stats. Their job on Cobra was to be the legal. They were two businessmen who helped run the organizations that would fund Cobra behind the scenes. But the crazy thing to me is they used to do that and then fight GIJoe with no disguise. It's like blatantly still them. So they never got in trouble. They probably got in trouble in the comic or something different happened in the comic. But in the cartoon, it just never made any sense to me. Any old who, this particular set of characters are these two characters. And this one, his neck gets stuck right there. Tomax. They don't come with a lot of accessories. They come with this knife, that knife, and this gun. The gun does split into 3 parts, where you can take the suppressor off and you can take this magazine out, which is interesting. But yeah, that's that. They don't have any storage because I guess they're supposed to be displayed with the gun at all times. There's no way to take the suppressor off and put it anywhere. And they technically have a backpack port, but with this sash thing right here, you're not going to really be able to use that. Let's let you see one of them up close. Boots nicely painted. You get the Cobra deco right there on the knees. The Cobra on the crotch. Like these two were two of the most Cobra, period, even more than Cobra Commander. Bottom of the feet were painted. That's nice. Let's let you see Tomax up close. He has this cocky expression right here, which they both were cocky. This shoulder piece right here isn't inside of the arm socket like they have been with other characters. It's actually just attached to this sash thing. The little daggers look like this. This hand has 2 grooves where the fingers are open like that. So they can hold it all fancy like this if you want. Which you probably saw in my thumbnail. Same exact knife on the leg. So yeah, they were all acrobatic and fanciful. Pretty. This one has a less happy face in comparison to this one. But you see how their haircut is reversed? It's like they're looking in a mirror at all times besides this scar. This is what the gun looks like up close. Shooting effects piece hole right there on there. And of course, when you take that off, it's still there. But yeah, everything is mirrored. You see the knife holders on the opposite side. And the sashes on the opposite side. But they're pretty much identical outside of that. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is they are the commanders of the Crimson Guard, the Cobra Crimson Guard. But in the cartoon, Xamot also had the scar, but it was on this side, and this arm guard is on that side. So it's much like Rumble Frenzy from Transformers, where in the cartoon, the blue cassette, mostly blue cassette, was named Rumble, but the actual toy was named Frenzy, and it caused confusion for years. Now with this, they decided to go toy accurate and name him Xamot and put the scar on this side, because that's how the original toys was, and that's how the 25th anniversary toy was. So yeah, just know that Xamot is the one with the scar. But let's do the articulation on him. He has the dumbbell at the top of the neck, so you get a lot of motion just out of that as far as looking down, and somewhat ability to look up. You get the ball at the base of the neck. Some of these works better than other characters. This one is like very stiff. Like, I could probably bend it if I force it, but it doesn't seem to want to move. But you can get some good articulation out there if you try. Arm can go up. Let's do this side, show you that that gets out the way. You get the butterfly action. And I'm noticing that this plastic is scuffing right there. Let's use the butterfly on this side, since he has this guard thing. You get the bicep swivel, the double jointed pinless elbows, which are very freaking tight. Wrist rotation, and both wrists go up and down. They mostly go down more than they go up. Ab crunch is always good on these GIJoe. Plus you get the rotating ball that can give you some extra motion, like import style. This piece right here is completely 100% pliable and won't get in your way for any pose. So you can go back a lot. Kick forward, drop the hip down, kick up more than 90 degrees. Go out to the side, spin this. You do get double jointed pinless spin right here. You get swivel right here above the boot. The ankles go back. This is probably the weakest back of any backs I've been showing recently. Usually the foot go all the way back, but it's curved up right there. You can come forward even though it has that sculpting right there. It can come forward a lot, which is good. And of course you get ankle pivot. So you won't have any problem putting them in their poses that they want to be in, looking all fancy. You know, like they had like a super duper feminine personality on the cartoon, and they were always together. Like it almost made me feel like they were a couple, but then you got to think, oh yeah, they're brothers. So yeesh. But, and let's mention the fact that when one of them gets hurt, the other one can feel it, or they can experience what someone else is, what the other one is experiencing. Once I got older, I had a thought about that. I'll let you use your imagination on what that thought might be, but I like that. You see how easy that was to even just put him in that? But these two are great. Oh yeah, and one more thing I should show. You can actually hold this in the hand, or they can hold this in the hand. I was told otherwise by one of my friends giving me a preview of this, but as soon as I tried, it just worked. So there's that. And let me get Tomax in the pose. Maybe he couldn't hold it in this hand, which is not tight enough. Definitely have to hold that gun for as long as I had him holding the gun. There's no grip on that, so the pose I was trying to do, yeah, it's kind of worthless. Well, here's this. I put the knife in the bottom fingers and kind of twisted it a bit. So he is holding that, but I still tilted it to the side. But here's that. here's this shot with the main reoccurring Cobra castmates. At least for the first season. I think Major Blood just randomly disappeared and never showed up again. Firefly, I don't remember him too much, but he's popular now. So there you go. Anyway, I'm not moving them right now. Let me just get these final thoughts out. They are great. They are awesome. They definitely fill me with a ton of nostalgia. I really like these two characters on the original cartoon, because they were kind of different from everybody else with their over-the-top attitudes and the gymnastics, and the fact that they would finish each other's sentences all the time, and they could feel each other's pain while they're being attacked. That was like real different from the other characters. As far as these action figures, like I said, they're good. They just don't come with much. Like, with as less stuff as they come with, and they're pretty much mirror images of each other, just with new pieces right here. They had to personally retool that so it can be different on the other side and whatnot. I just wish they came with like some gymnastic hands, or definitely fist, and like some open palm hands so they can maybe do handstands or something. I don't know, something that really would lean into their gymnastics, because just the two knives and one gun that's not a lot of stuff. And yes, I read my comments. Somebody was like, they would rather the characters be able to hold everything on their body at once. Yes, that is a cool thing. I know they vocally said out loud that they like for the characters to be able to hold all of their weapons on their body, and that is a cool thing. I like being able to do that. But like, if you don't want them holding a gun, there's no place to put it. So they don't often care about all that. And some of the characters do get things that they can't necessarily hold. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I would have wanted fist or some open palm hands for what I was saying. But anyway, they're still good figures. Thank you for watching this. Link in the description for where you can find them on Amazon. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action.
That one's me. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.